Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your September Psychic Zodiac wheel reading. You're with Elise. Thank you for joining me. I'll just focus here for you. Capricorn. What messages do you have for Capricorn? I invite the angels and guides to join me in this reading. Capricorn's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Thank you. So we'll start there. And you have the Hierophant reversed. Okay, Capricorn, so this is a message of endings and wanting to live by your own code. And maybe being a little bit inflexible too, so check in on that. The Hierophant is also about timing, but it's hidden, so the time will be right. It's just working through it to get the right time, the right timing, and get the timing right. Okay, now you've also, Capricorns, still got those big planets in Capricorn. Now the good news, and there is plenty of good news actually, Jupiter is going direct on the 13th of September here in this first house, so that's wonderful. And I'll get more into that as we go through the reading. So but your second card is the Ace of Pentacles. So there's new life in business and enterprise. There's a new direction opening up there for you with that. So I actually really quite like that Ace of Pentacles in that second house area, because it is a Taurus energy. It's an earth energy. It's also Virgo and Capricorn energy about ambition and climbing that mountain of success and not ever giving up. So it's also the Archangel Uriel. So if you need that higher guidance, you can turn and ask for help from Archangel Uriel. It is indicating a salary increase as well, and there is a message with the Ace of Pentacles of the timing of things and the timing of change as well. So how you earn your money or how much money you earn is changing, but it's a good sign that it's an increase, not a decrease. Strength in your communications area, in your local area, your neighborhood, with your siblings. And strength in reverse is a message that you're doubting yourself and you're unwilling to deal with something and you need more time. Okay, and it's also a message of the abuse of power, so be careful of that. Don't try and, you know, be too pushy on others, or let others step over the boundary and be pushing you around either. Five of Wands is competition, really. So there you have got competition. But in reverse, it's letting you know that you're not going to put up with anyone who's unethical. Alright? Now it's in your home and family area at the base of the wheel in your foundation. So regardless of what sort of competition you're up against, you've got this, okay? So you are going to be able to move forward. High Priestess in reverse is letting you know that you don't want to be alone and you want to mingle with others, and you don't want to give your secrets away either. Then there's a restless feeling, and that's in the area of where you find your joy, your entertainment, sport, recreation, creativity. The Seven of Wands reversed is about learning your lessons. There's been a lesson that you've had to learn to do with your work or your work colleagues, and or your health even. Two of Cups reversed in partnership areas. So there could be something to do with business partnerships or intimate partnerships, whichever it is for you. Now in reverse, it is saying that that partnership is out of balance. If it's a intimate partnership, love could be on the rocks due to misunderstandings. And there's trust issues also with business partners or a partnership of some kind, and you're not willing to sign on that dotted line either, because you want to look into things a bit more deeply. And then you have the Emperor there. Now he is letting you know that you are mastering your self-control, and that you are the master of your destiny by the choices you make. You can use your free will, but think about it very deeply before you do. And the Emperor brings order to chaos as well, and can be someone you may know who can really give you some really good advice about something to do with a business partnership or contracts, that kind of thing. Because the 8th house is about joint finances and other people's money, and it's the house of birth and rebirth, death and sex. So it is a very vigorous Aries energy, the Emperor. The Knight of Swords is someone rushing in or out of your life, and it's to do with overseas travel and foreign cultures. It's also about higher education, the halls of academia. So there's a rush situation involved with that. And you could lose interest in someone or something, because you know the chase is over. You don't have to chase it anymore. There's that message coming through with that. The Queen of Pentacles, wonderful place for the Queen of Pentacles to be there in your career area. So that is letting you know that there is extra money coming in. It's an earth sign energy, the Queen of Pentacles, so Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn feminine energy, and it's a message of determination, generosity, mothering, sensuality, a wealth of wisdom, It's also a sign of some good luck being there for you, Capricorns. And having that green thumb, a lot of you may find that you really enjoy either being out in nature or spending time in your garden, doing the gardening or the lawns. 8 of Wands in the friendship area. Interesting place to have that. Social groups, hopes and wishes, what you're manifesting. So the 8 of Wands reversed is a feeling of rejection. So there's something that you wanted to get involved in, but you haven't been chosen. Or you may feel that you have been rejected. It could be due to other people's jealousy, because reversed it is the arrows of anger. Around the right way, it's arrows of love and connected to Eros. So in reverse, it's the opposite to that. Okay, so it's also about news. Like the 8 of Wands is news from far away. So this could be you're waiting for news and you still haven't received it. And then you've got the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Wands. Sorry, 2 of Wands here in what's hidden, where you keep your secrets. You keep things to yourself with that 12th house energy there. And the 2 of Wands is in reverse. So if you've got to make decisions, or you're waiting for, that may be the news that you're waiting for is about a decision, then there's no decision made yet. But there can be that sense of being happy with what you've achieved. And also the message through this card is that you're deciding that you will work on a relationship that could be a karmic relationship, because the karmic energy is very strong for all of us now at this time. So as I said, Jupiter is here in the 1st house and it's going direct on the 13th of September, which is really good news. The beneficial planet, the lucky planet Jupiter, the jolly planet, bringing sense of humour back into things, being able to see things from the funny side, which we all could do with a good dose of that. It's about freedom, it's about adventures and opportunities. It can also have you overly concerned about the letter of the law, and its expansion, so be careful. Being in the 1st house, you can actually struggle with trying to keep your weight at a healthy state. You know, Jupiter is, for me, connected with Santa, and he's a big, jolly, plump person. So yeah, just be careful of your diet when you've got Jupiter going through your 1st house, because you could expand. It's also, Jupiter's also prone to over exaggerating things, so just keep that in mind. Now Saturn is also in there, and that is the planet that rules regulations and traditions, and it's the Lord of Karma. So on the 29th of September, Saturn is also going direct, so that's going to get the drag of that retrograde moving in the right direction. You really feel that everything's being held up and you can't move when Saturn's dragging on your tail. So from the 29th of September, Saturn is also going in direct motion, so it will still be bringing about the rules and regulations, but Capricorns may not be feeling so disgruntled, and you know, everything being so hard to get moving or get working, you know. Now also, with it being connected to the Lord of Karma and the Hierophant it's very spiritual, high spiritual understanding and practice, and it's about marriage, and it's about conforming. That's the Hierophant. It traditionally was a card of the Pope, that kind of thing. Now there's a bit of a past life energy working itself through here on the planet at the moment. So that is involving reincarnation, and people have been reincarnated to be alive on the planet at this time, and the eras that they've been reincarnated from are the Second World War, where a lot of the Britain and her allies fought against the white supremacy of Hitler and the Nazi Germany regime. And the other era that people have reincarnated from, or souls have reincarnated from, is connected to the abolishment of slavery, before the abolishment of slavery. So that is now pretty much front and centre for us all to actually look at. So in this life you may be black, but in a past life you may have been white. In this life you may be be living and born in Australia, but in a past life you may have lived and been born in Africa. Or you may have been a black female in your past life, and in this life you're a white male. You see what I mean? So, and the ancestry line is very strong also here in 2020. So both of those things are a part of that saying, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings having a spiritual experience. Because the body is the vehicle and the soul is that spark. It's what gives us the will to live and the connection to the divine source. That is the soul energy. And Pluto is all about the soul energy. And Pluto is about reaping what we sow. So, and life and death and rebirth and all of that is the Pluto energy. So, now that takes us to the second house, and as I said, I'm very pleased to see that Ace of Pentacles there, because that's letting me know that you are looking at opportunities and recognition, possibly even promotions, and building a secure foundation for your future. You could even be looking into a degree or a career change. Okay? And this is in the area of your values and your monetary worth and your self-worth. Yeah. Now, the moon will be in Pisces, the full moon in Pisces, and that will be on the 2nd of September. So a good time to rest and take things a bit slower, not wanting to rush, and paying attention to the subtle areas of your life. Okay? And which will be really worthwhile for you around that time of the 2nd of December, especially with this strength reversed here, because it's sort of saying to you that there's an unwillingness to deal with something and you need more time. So you will have the time, I feel, with this moon in Pisces. Also having Neptune in Pisces retrograde. So that is a planetary configuration that speaks of illusion and fog and untruths and seeing your way through the illusion and the fog and dissolving what's not true so that you can see your reality with forgiveness and compassion and coming from a mystic side of things. Good time really probably to read that fantasy book or look into the mystical side of life. And this is to do with in your neighbourhood, with your siblings, short distance travel, and transport. You might have to look at new transport as well, or be trying to manifest yourself some new transport. Now Mars is retrograde here in the 4th house on the 10th of September. That Mars warrior energy. How to use the Mars energy is use it with your physical being by exercising and getting rid of some of your energy in a positive Mars way. Alright, some of you may be experiencing having to get some sort of medical procedure done because it does govern surgery and cutting or knives or metal kinds of tools. Unfortunately guns do come under that, so do aeroplanes, navy, all that sort of thing. They're all metal tools. So and the Mars is the planet of war. It is known as the planet of war. Now in retrograde here from the 10th of September, the retrograde energy is going to bring forward the primitive versus the civilized within ourselves, not about any culture or any particular person. Everybody, all of us, are going to be seesawing with this, and you might even feel the need to really get sort of more primal and get out and go camping or do a long hike or something, and that primal instinct to be in nature could be very strong. So it's about the fundamental instincts to survive. And if they're out of balance, then both of them are destructive. And we can see them, that out of balance playing out so sadly by watching what's happening in places like Lebanon and Beirut, which that Mars energy, boom, exploded. And in America, the Mars energy is imploding, which Mars retrograde can be about imploding. So watch out for that for yourself. It can be about passive aggressive people too. It also can take a very extroverted person, and for the Mars retrograde period that person may become very introverted. So which isn't necessarily a bad thing, being an introvert. It's a quiet energy, being introverted, but as long as you're not imploding in on yourself. How we relate to men is going to come to the fore, whether you're a man or woman, and in the home environment there may be an absence of the father involved, or feeling the loss of the father, or the absence of the father, missing that father figure. Uranus is retrograde here in the 5th house of where you find joy and your hobbies, your creativeness, your children and your love life. And Uranus, the planet of freedom and liberation and technology and futuristic technology and science fiction, space exploration and the electromagnetic energy, because I've been getting zapped off things left, right and centre ever since Uranus went retrograde. And I know that it's the Uranus energy that's doing it. So it does bring shocks and zaps, but it can bring pleasant surprises as well as something sudden, some sort of sudden event. Now retrograde, it is about exploring the unknown and making it known. And you may find that you've got this overwhelming desire to discover new things and find new ways and do things differently, and not sort of be someone who wants to fit in to the status quo. Okay, so think that through carefully too, because you know, if there is no vehicle for your inner drive, then it can be expressed as irritability, erratic moods, or unreliable behaviour. And the Uranus energy in retrograde does also have that effect of having a nervous breakdown, which I think, I'm mentioning that because I think we can see that our world is virtually having a nervous breakdown. So there can be feelings of dissatisfaction and anxiety due to that, coming from this erratic Uranus energy. Now when I am feeling anxious or feeling a bit down or sad, I actually burn this frankincense oil, pure essential oil, frankincense. Now its properties on the back here say it's good for relaxing and strengthening, ideal for meditation and calming, and may help soothe fear and anxiety. So I have that burning while I'm doing the readings today, but I've had it burning quite often and through the last few weeks really, and it's such a beautiful smell. And I find that my spirits are lifted for a good couple of days afterwards. So maybe, you know, get yourself some of that and use that to help lift your spirits if you're feeling a bit anxious or feeling a bit down with the situations that's going on out there in the world. And let me know in the comments how it's made you feel. You can ask me any questions in the comments too, so do keep those questions coming. Now here in the area of your work and co-workers, it's letting you know with the Seven of Swords reversed that you need to sort of keep your eyes in the back of your head, because there's someone in your workplace, I feel, that's a bit crafty. Okay, and keep on top of those health checks and your physical regime as well. And where you can, use compassionate communication. The sixth house energy wants you to commit to serving others, and there's a push there for you to be dedicated to serving through some sort of healing practice, healing yourself firstly, and then you can go out and help serve others. The partnership area, if this is to do with those of you that have got difficulties in your relationships, it is showing signs of love being on the rocks. But it is also about not signing anything on the dotted line. making sure that you don't get mixed information, okay? And you sort of could be out of whack within your business dealings and relationships also. The Emperor, as I said, is a fire sign energy of Aries, and as I said, Mars retrograde has got is in Aries, and it will be going retrograde on the 10th of September. So this 8th house is being influenced by this Emperor card, which is showing enthusiasm towards your joint projects, but also difficulties sharing your resources, okay? But it's about the support you receive from others. So there's some regeneration going on there. And I feel that the regeneration is sort of going to be a blessing because it's Venus in Leo on the 6th of September. So doing some chakra work on your heart chakra, using rose quartz crystals, focusing on your heart chakra, you know, holding your heart chakra can ignite the heart chakra to really work and spin in a positive, healthy direction. Okay, and the Venus Leo energy, it's about acting things out. It's creative, and the actor is a Leo energy, and you're enjoying fun and creativity within your relationships and taking pride in your partner. So there is that energy going in there where if there has been a rocky stage in your relationship, this Venus in Leo can actually work to your advantage and help heal that heart chakra. Now the moon is in Virgo on the 17th of September. So the new moon in Virgo is a great time to start that project at home, getting things organised. It's a time for doing chores, scheduling a health checkup, and it's here in this 9th house, so it's also shining your attention on foreign cultures, long distance travel, maybe not able to do the long distance travel, but really putting it out there on the new moon of being able to go to somewhere that you would desire to go safely and protected, all that kind of energy, putting those intentions forward, making that wish. And the Virgo energy is about hygiene, so if you are traveling, remember to keep that hygiene regime going. Just because you go on a holiday to somewhere else doesn't mean it changes. That's the Virgo energy, keeping everything in check and organised and doing things correctly and paying attention to the details. The Sun will be in Libra here in your 10th house in the second half of September. So that is where you will really be seeing things very fairly and looking at things from a very fair perspective. Balance and justice is the Libra energy, and you're really needing peace and harmony, so you'll be doing everything you can to make everything nice and harmonious and peaceful for yourself. So you will be checking all the minor details with that new moon in Virgo which is a lovely energy for Capricorns anyway, because it does trine the Capricorn energy. Now Mercury is also there in Libra. So That's a diplomatic energy, being the peacemaker, off acting as a go-between in relationships. And here, where you have signs of a bit of jealousy, you could find that you're acting as a catalyst for your friendship groups or your social groups, and helping them face hidden aspects of themselves to transform their lives. You're a powerful member of the group, Capricorn. And 12th house here, you're feeling that you're on a spiritual quest, and that is right. So on your quest you will encounter many teachers or gurus along the path, and inevitably, as you grow and learn, you will find that the greatest wisdom comes from you, and you yourself could find yourself being the guru or the teacher. So I'll just ask for your guardian angel card, and what message your guardian angel has for you through September. And you can turn to your guardian angel for help and guidance at any time. Ooh. Right, I'll take the one that's turned over. And it is the angel of gratitude, forgiveness, abundance, peace, purpose, mindfulness, compassion, perspective, selfless. The angel of gratitude. And the number there is the number 13. And the number 13 is very significant this month because it's the date that Jupiter goes direct. Looking forward to that. So your message from the angel of gratitude is that gratitude is a natural state of my being. So you can remember that message if you're needing to really focus. And your affirmation is I am thinking that I am thankful that my angel of gratitude has shown me how to see the kindness and gratitude that the universe is sharing with me on a daily basis. And the universe is, it may not seem like it is, universe always has the first move, and it is moving first this month. What us humans do with those moves is all about our free will, and sometimes our free will really makes stupid decisions, so be careful of that. So it's just as well we've got a new moon in Virgo. And even a full moon in Pisces, because Pisces tend to procrastinate, not make any move. And we've got a new moon in Virgo, which will make sure that everything's done correctly and pays great attention to the details. So I'm using here with these cards the Akashic Tarot deck for the message for you Capricorn from the Akashic records. And I'll take the top one, and it is the Muse. So you get that creative spark there with the Muse. Maybe you didn't even know you had a Muse. It's a very beautiful card. It's lovely. So It is showing you it's a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative projects, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muse and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. Lovely. So to tap into the Akashic field, close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibilities. Feel the power of creation now. Lovely. So you may be really drawn to creating something quite beautiful for yourself, or you may be creating it for somebody else. But you know, getting that project going. And I think I might actually put some of my projects up that I've been working on my Facebook page for the Psychic group, and invite people to take pictures of what projects they've made through this year, because there are a lot of people that have been working on little projects and making lovely things, so I'd love to see them all. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and let me know what projects you've been working on and what you're trying to create. And until next time, Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. Many blessings and peace. Namaste.